Hello. What's up, guys? Just decided to stream. It's kind of early, so I don't think anybody's around, but I got stuff to do in a bit, so I decided I would stream now, and then I might stream again later. Not sure. I did want to read some articles like we've been doing with Amy and Jay and Chris, but I don't know if they're around later. So I know Jay has a stream with the fake podcast later on today. So they might not be available, but if they're not, we can always do it tomorrow. But if not, you can keep up with me and see for tomorrow, tonight or tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. I'll update you. Right now, though, I totally forgot to post this on Twitter, so maybe I'll do that since I don't have many people watching. Oh, six people watching. Not bad. I thought it was just Johan. By the way, thanks, Johan. Johan's always on my streams. He always comes and watches. He's a fan, and I love it. Yeah, let me post this on Twitter real quick, and then I'll start talking about what I wanted to talk about. All right, so I want to talk about this internet activist culture. It's extremely cancerous. I don't get their attitudes towards things. Like, I understand they're very passionate about the things they want to talk about, and they're, hey, what's up, Paul? Hey, Marino. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I shouldn't be, though, because I'm streaming. But yeah, I understand they're very passionate about what they, what their activism's about. This is yeah, I got a thumbs down already. Probably one of the vegans. And yeah, I came upon this because of vegans once again. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me talk about it. But yeah, they fucking spurg out like crazy. And yeah, hashtag not all, but we know some cool ones. But yeah, some of these guys, they just don't get it. And it's the funny thing is how these people are strangers, right? A lot of us are strangers on the internet. We don't know each other. I'm getting somebody's tagging me on something. Yeah, a lot of us don't know. We don't know each other, right? Like random people on the internet, and they think you owe them their time. They want you to debate things and do things that you like. You're not interested in it. You know what I'm saying? I have no interest in debating veganism. Veganism isn't an interest of mine. Debating isn't even an interest of mine. I don't really care for debating. I think it's boring as fuck. I'd rather just chill out with friends on live streams and talk, or just do the things I'd rather do. Right? I'm wasting.
All right. I'm here. Make it.
Jay's here. It's about fucking time.
Oh yeah, you're just using me for my subs, man.
Yeah, man. Fucking. You're greedy fucking sub whore. I need some of them subs.
You can have them, mate. They're fucking anti-Semitic, so you can have
them. Thanks for coming on, Jay.
It's a pleasure, mate.
So, sometimes you just get the hankering to live stream and talk, and then you just do it on the spot. I didn't think anybody would show up. I'm up to 12 people watching now. I was like, I started it and it was one watching, and it was Johan talking in the chat. I was like, oh, he's the only one watching. I'm like, that's cool. Johan's always here right away. He's a good viewer.
He's a good viewer. He's a great lad.
He is. He's a cool guy. But yeah, like I was saying, it's strange that these people, they're absolute strangers, but they think that you owe them something. They're always like, oh, debate us or you're a pussy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
oh shit, we're talking about veganism.
Yeah. Because it's happened again today. And I was like, yeah, I'm sure you guys are tired of this. But I want to talk about this in general terms. It not them being vegans is irrelevant.
Yeah. We're just talking in general.
It's just internet activism in general. Like the whole culture is cancerous. Like they think that you owe them stuff, and I understand they're passionate about what they're being activists for, but they got to understand that other people aren't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not passionate about veganism. I'm not passionate about meat eating. You know what I'm saying? So why is it something that I have to go out of my way to do for free? Even the argument today was
$50, bitches.
Yeah, the argument today is people again telling me, "Oh, debate these people," blah 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 blah, and I'm like, I'm not into veganism. One, I'm not into debating. That's another thing. So if you want me to go out of my way to do things I don't like to do with strangers, you got to pay me. I was like, pay me. I will send you my PayPal. Pay me $250 and I'll debate with you for 2 hours on whatever topic you like. You know what I'm saying? My time is worth money. I'm not going to sit here and do shit I don't like to do with strangers for free. You know?
Exactly.
Like who likes to do that? Who goes to like the welfare office and talks to like welfare people for free, right? You're doing that to get the money from welfare. Nobody does it for nothing, right? Nobody's going to go there and be like, oh, I don't want to get paid. I'm just here to talk to you about shit for no reason. So it's just, I find that really strange, and it's a really cancerous thing to go around constantly trying to get people to do things they don't want to do for free, like, and then insult them for not doing that. It's so weird. But it's like, yeah, these guys, it's all with the whole Ask Yourself and Vegan Gains crowd constantly trying to get Devin to debate with them.
Yeah.
And Devin's just like, I don't care to, you know, like why do they want? And then they like bash him for it, and it's like, well, he doesn't care to. Get over it, you know, get over it and go fucking bother someone else. Damn right, Paul. $250 to get some raw elf. Well, it wouldn't be raw. It's more like $250 to get me to go out of my element and do shit I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't go to work for free. I don't do my job. I don't go to my job and work there for free because I don't like to. It's not something I would like to do. If I was doing it for free, I wouldn't do it. You know, my job pays me because they know I don't want to do that. No one in the world owes you anything, and you don't know anyone anything. Yeah, exactly. I don't know anyone anything. Thought you were talking about the vegan that shot up YouTube yesterday. No. Well, I didn't even know she was a vegan, and I don't think she did it for vegan reasons. The rumor was that she was targeting her ex-boyfriend, right? I don't know if that rumor's changed. Like, oh, you know, there's this regressive like online magazine called Mashable. That you've heard about it, right? You never heard of it? All right. So there's this one near Mashable.com. They're super regressive. So they posted a picture of this woman, right?
Yeah.
And she's like Arabic of descent, I think, by her name.
Yeah. She's from Iran.
She's a little, yeah, maybe Iran. She's not too dark, but she's a little brown, and she has dark brown eyes.
She's gorgeous.
She's pretty. But they posted a picture of her on Mashable to like talk about her, and they super whitewashed her face so she looks really pale. And they changed her brown eyes to bright green. Yeah,
I was like, what the hell?
How fucked up is that?
She didn't look as attractive as she did with the, the semi-brown skin and the brown eyes. You know what I mean?
And this kind of goes into it as well about it being internet activist culture being cancer, because that's part of it. These people are regressive activists. So so they went out of their way to change this woman to make her look way more white, so they can blame white people for this, you know?
White people, man.
Yeah, as opposed to just being like, yeah, look, you know, because they don't want to be like, oh, another Muslim, you know what I'm saying? She's probably not even Muslim, you know? She's probably like an ex-Muslim or came from a Muslim family, but she's probably not Muslim herself. She didn't look like she wasn't wearing a headscarf or anything like that in the pictures.
Well, the report said she was in a headscarf.
Yeah, that might have been more to conceal.
Yeah,
that might have been to conceal her identity, because on her Facebook, she wasn't wearing a headscarf.
Yeah. Like I've seen a load of her videos and whatnot, and she seems a bit kooky, but you know, I don't think she was religious. It doesn't seem like it.
Also, before I started this, I was like halfway through the Devin talking to Sargon.
Oh yeah.
Devin mentioned you, and I was like, oh, in Bristol. I was like, oh shit. She said in her video she was Persian. Sarah said, yeah, Persian is Iranian, right?
Iranian, yeah. But she might, if she identifies as Persian, she could be one of those like Astria. No, I can't pronounce the word properly. But there's this like pre-Islam religion that adopted some of the tendencies of Islam that you find like in the mountains. But I can't think what it's called. Astrasarism? No, I don't know. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up.
So,
but it doesn't look like it's religiously motivated, is basically the point at this time.
So all this thing started today with, well, maybe from yesterday, was Devin posted that video of that guy beating up that dog. And he was like, you know, this guy's a scumbag. So then, you know, obviously you're going to get the vegans coming in and being like, oh, you're inconsistent. Oh, this isn't cool, but you can kill animals to eat them, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, those things aren't equatable. Those are two totally different things, you know?
Yeah.
eating meat and beating up a dog in a car for no reason. That guy's not even eating the dog, so it's obviously for absolutely no fucking reason that he's doing it.
And at the end of the day, we have standards and animal rights and have rules on the slaughter of animals to make it humane for them, so they don't have any pain. It's, you know, to make sure that they don't suffer, which is obviously, I mean, some things can be improved, and we always try to improve.
Yeah.
But we don't fucking beat animals. What the fuck is wrong with people?
But in the end, yeah, that shit was ridiculous. That pissed me off. But in the end, like, that's the part that pisses me off. Like, everybody has to go with what you think, you know what I'm saying? And then they're retarded if they don't. And it's like, you know, not everybody wants to do what you do. Not everybody enjoys what you do. Not everybody thinks so highly of your cause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People don't need to debate these things. Like, if I found somebody who wasn't against Muslims, you know, and they rarely talk about it, and then I go, oh, debate me on Muslims. Like, oh, why would I want to, you know, like, why would I expect them to say yes? You know what I'm saying? They don't do debates, you know, they're not even being pro-Muslim. So why would I debate them on Muslims? You know, that makes no sense. Even if I think that, you know, Islam is a problem in this world, I don't expect those people to debate me. I don't care to make them debate me because they're not interested.
Exactly.
They don't even think about it. You know, obviously, if they're not even interested, they haven't even thought about it that much. So what's the point? You know, they won't even have good arguments because they don't think about it. I don't think about veganism. I don't sit here and think, shit, what are good debates against veganism? What good arguments can I have? You know, like, I don't spend my day doing that. I play video games. I stream with my friends, you know.
Yeah, no.
It's like, that's not the stuff I do. Sorry. Why don't vegans stop driving and running over ants? That's a good question, Mark. I've also brought up that point and said, you guys drive, right? How many animals are you running over? You know, and they try to say that that's a necessary evil, but it's really not. You could try to get a job closer to you if you live in a place where you have to drive far. You can volunteer to carpool your friends, so there's less chance of animals getting ran over on the roads. You know. There's ways around it. They don't want to, because that's, you know what I'm saying, that's not something they care about. They'd rather drive than worry about animals that can't get ran over. I don't know about over there, but over here we have a lot of deer country, so there's deer get ran over and hit constantly all the time. It happens a lot. I wouldn't even know the stat, but I'm sure there's a fucking vicious stat of how many fucking deer get ran over and killed in this country. Cats, we have stray cats everywhere. Cats are constantly getting. I ran over a cat. Made me feel bad too. I didn't want to run over the cat, but I'm driving on a street that's like 40 miles per hour limit, and everybody's going 40 to 50 miles per hour. And this cat just runs right into the street in front of me. I had no time to react and went right under me, and I ran it over. Blah, blah, blah. Look in the review, I see it bouncing around and jumping in the air from how hard I ran it over. But there's nothing I could do about that.
Hitler, aren't you?
Huh?
You're like Cat Hitler. You might as well just join Rogue now.
I should.
You should. Savage.
My lighter's dying. But you know, that's the shit that happens. But if I wanted to prevent that, I could not drive. I could, like, maybe carpool, like I said.
I need to turn my phone on silent.
Yeah, it's gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd I do with the chat? Nice sound effects. Johan said. Has anyone else experienced the wrath of suicidal rabbits?
Rabbits? Yeah, I mean, here in Britain we have rabbits, like.
Yeah, we don't have that so much here.
Yeah, they're fuckers, man.
Here, the things that get ran over a lot is cats, deer, porcupines. Porcupines get ran over a lot here. I've seen a bunch of dead porcupines. Not here in my region, but here in the States. I know, like in Texas, armadillo gets ran over a lot.
Armadillos. Wow.
But everybody else has joined in. What's up? Thanks for coming. I don't know who Sebes is, but he said using a living cat as a football. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up, but hey, why not? Has everyone else? Yeah, he's the one who said about the rabbits.
So, how much of the stream of Sargon and Devon have you watched so far?
I'm about halfway through it.
Fair.
Yeah, I was sleeping. You know, 6 in the morning for me. I woke up at like 10.
Amy was awake for it. We were all
Yeah.
in Discord. I was giving commentary to like Chrissy and Chris and Amy and Paul.
I was up till about 2, and I was like, oh, I can't stay up any longer. I was fucking nodding out at my computer.
Oh shit! I got to stay up till 2. It's only fucking 6:15 now. I've got 8 more hours to, and then I got a live stream.
Yeah, it's just you going on there on Fake Podcast?
No, me and Amy.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I wonder when they're gonna have me and Alfie on. What the fuck?
Yeah. They said they were going to. I think they'll do it eventually. I'm not in a rush.
I remind them tonight. I will shame them.
Yeah, back to this. So yeah, so I just so everybody knows, if you guys want to debate me on anything you would like, it's $250.
I get discount because I'm your friend.
Oh well, if you're my friend, I don't know about debating, but we could shoot the shit on stuff. I just debating is boring. It's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't debate people. I've never debated anyone in my life.
Fucking time, shit. Fuck that. Let's just sit down, have a conversation, and have a cup of tea. It'll be great.
Yeah, which we do all the time for free. As I say, my friends I talk to all the time for free. But if you're like a stranger and you want to talk to me, why the fuck would I talk to you? You know what I'm saying? If I'm getting nothing out of it, these people want to debate me on veganism or have me debate Ask Yourself or Vegan Gains. What do I get out of it? Right? I'm not the one with a cause. I'm not telling people to eat meat. I'm not telling people to not be vegans. So I'm not gaining anything out of this. If I had a cause, that would make sense, because then I'd be like, well, I'm helping my cause by debating this. But I don't have a cause. So what there's actually absolutely zero benefit of me debating anybody on anything, really.
Fair.
Which is why I charge.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, because if you wanted me to waste my time on something I have no care for, I need to get paid. I'd rather, instead of debating somebody for like 2 hours on live stream, which I don't like to do, I'd rather be playing video games or talking to my friends or streaming with my friends, or I'd even rather stream by myself and just fucking talk. That's more entertaining to me. You know, I get something out of that. Not getting anything out of debating people. So what have you been up to all day?
Live stream, had to pop out for a bit, sort some stuff out, housework.
Oh, does that mean screwing chicks?
There was no screwing chicks today.
It's like sort some shit out. Yeah. That means penis and vagina.
No, not today.
No, not today. Taking a break.
Yeah.
You get way too much pussy. You got to take a break. You got to take a day off.
Yeah. There's a girl that I've been seeing who lives in my city. She's really nice and everything, but I think this is it. I'm not seeing her again.
Oh, shit. It's gotten crazy.
Like, I ain't signing up for a fucking relationship, and she wants that, and I'm like, maybe not.
I hear you. I've been in that situation before.
Just got out of a relationship. I don't want to be jumping back into one just yet.
But, yeah. So this was one funny thing that came out of this. One guy was trying to get me to debate, and I told him, let me punch it up because it was pretty funny. Yeah, well, first off, he doesn't understand why he's being a dick. He thinks that I'm calling him a dick because he's talking about veganism and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's not why you're a dick. If you don't understand why you're a dick, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
But he said I said some shit like, oh yeah, he sarcastically said, oh, you got me, bro. You're totally right. I'm gonna stop being a vegan, blah blah blah. Like if I wanted him to stop being a vegan, like that never happened. So he said, I'm gonna go grab some meat now. So I made a joke and said, oh, I got some meat in my pants you could start on, right?
Yeah.
So he said, do you really not see that telling someone they are wrong for killing animals unnecessarily doesn't make you a dick? Well, again, him not seeing why I was calling him a dick. Anything that challenges your worldview is mean. That's incorrect as well. And then he said, also cut out the LGBT shit, fag. I was like, holy shit. I was like, are you a homophobe? So you're super anti-me and are against gays? I was like, that's fucking nuts. So this guy's a straight up homophobe and a vegan. Bad combo.
Indeed.
So I told him, so I made this long spiel, and then at the end I said, also, can I put my sausage in your bun? And he stopped talking to me after that, after I called him a homophobe. And I was just making a joke too. And it's like, well, you must be seriously a homophobe if you can't even joke about it.
Oh my days. It's crazy.
People on the internet are fucking weird, dude.
They are.
Would you let my friend Chris on your stream? Just wondering. No, sorry, I don't know who that is. I don't really care to speak to strangers unless they're really like spurgy and it's something for us to laugh at.
Yeah, get that Spanish kid back on.
yeah, that dude. That was the only like stranger I had on my streams because he was fucking funny as hell to talk to.
Oh.
Data told me to blow my nose. Yeah, my nose is always fucking stuffed. That's just the nature of allergies.
It is indeed.
And asthma.
Asthma. What else is new with you, Alf? I feel like I haven't spoke to you in ages.
We were talking yesterday, weren't we?
Oh yeah, we did a whole live stream together.
We haven't spoken ages. We were talking yesterday. Nothing really. Just been walking dogs and working and shit. Yesterday the dog walk was canceled. Then today my real job was canceled. So all I have to do is walk a dog in about 2 hours.
Nice.
And after that, I was thinking of streaming with you, Chris, and Amy and reading articles, but I don't know if everybody's free for that. So we'll find out later. And if so, we'll set that up. But you guys are already streaming too, so that's a lot of streaming. I don't think you guys mind too much. I know Amy always says she doesn't care. But...
yeah, I don't care. You know me.
Yeah. So if you guys listening, I'll keep you updated on Twitter or on Discord and stuff if we're gonna stream again. Alpha G's.
Plus gives
Chris says he bukkake you. Okay. I don't know why he would bukkake me. I'm not into semen. I've heard it's good for the skin, but my skin's not bad, so I don't need a treatment to make my skin better. Go. And then Devin is doing this gun debate thing, which is like, oh.
What?
Devin, he's doing this gun debate thing, which is like, whoa.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be, I mean, if he wants to do it, that's cool. I just think it's going to be useless on Warski Live because you know how that, like, again, internet culture is fucking cancer. So you know what's going to happen. You're just going to have a chat on the side to constantly be, hey, are you cringy, blah, 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 you're retarded, and this and that, you know?
Yeah.
You know how it goes. And he's debating that Nick Fuentes guy. That guy is fucking retarded. That guy's such a dork. You've seen him, right? Did I show him to you?
I can't remember.
That guy's he's literally looks like a puppet with some guy's hand up his ass. Like literally, I'm not joking. He's got the hairdo, he's got the teeth and shit. He looks straight up like a puppet.
Wow.
And he's super dorky. And he's like, I think he's got to be a Hispanic dude. His name's Nick Fuentes. I don't know if he's first generation, second generation, whatever. But he acts extremely white. And somebody was telling me the other day, oh, you sound like you're regressive because you said he's sounds like a stereotypical white dude. But you know, there's a stereotype of white people, you know, like, hey, everybody, how are you doing? You know, like that kind of stereotype. And that's exactly what he's like. He like plays into that stereotype. It just seems so facetious. It's like, that's not really who you are, is it? Like, it's so bad. It's just way too straight and narrow. So what do you got to talk about? You got something you want to talk about?
Oh,
what about that comment you got on your video?
Yeah, let's talk about the anti-Semitism on my fucking.
Yeah, you get a lot of it, dude. Your fucking channel,
mate. I can't fucking believe it.
Yeah, it's nuts, man.
It's fucking insane. Like, don't get me wrong. Fair enough. I'll admit it. I might not know everything on Israel, yeah, and I am going to be wrong on some factual shit, which is fine. Call me out on where I'm factually wrong. Ain't got a problem, and tell me where I'm wrong. Show me to where, you know, because I want to know the you know, I want to be more right. I want to be factual as best as I can, right? But not when it comes to fucking anti-Semitism. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
It's insane. Right, let's just go to the Gaza video since that's the video.
Yeah.
I won't go through the rest of them, but I just because I've got other videos that are just full of anti-Semitism. It's insane, man. Oh, I got some subs from Billy Bong. It's like, yeah, nice one,
Nice.
Billy.
Billy go through that. I got Billy on tomorrow.
Oh.
So yeah, guys, if you don't miss that, me and Billy is gonna be chilling tomorrow. But we're gonna be talking about Walking Dead. I know some of you probably aren't interested, but I'm sure it'll go on longer and we won't just talk about Walking Dead.
Right, here we go. Freelance operatives. This fucker is C. Liar. He's in the Zionist payroll. That was the first one. I'm reading this exactly how they're written, okay? So, oh my good God. Right. Should the so-called imperfection, I can never say that bloody word, imperfectities, chosen ones, basically, you know, anti-Semitism with that, isn't it? That's what it's all about with that. Have the land. I'm asking you a question, War Kettle. See how much history you know. I'm white English, by the way. What do you know about Hitler and the Jews as well? And I'm just like, what the fuck? Right. Then it gets, oh my God, oh my fucking God, this one's massive. Right. He's a shill. I called him out last night for liking a post calling for the genocide of the Palestinian people. Well, first of all, I don't recognize anyone as a Palestinian people. They're either Jordanian, Egyptian, or Israeli. So there's no such thing as a Palestinian people. So calling for a genocide of the Palestinian people is bullshit. But all right, fair enough. You're going to call Gazans and the West Bankians Palestinians. Fine. Yeah, I did end up liking it. I don't know how. I didn't even realize I had, but oh well. It's a fucking like on a comment. What's the big fucking deal? Fuck you. Now, the only reason I responded to this comment was it was on Red Pill's Phil video. And I was like, I don't know. And who gives a fuck? But anyway, he tried lying, but he gave it a thumbs down and he deleted it now. No, I didn't. All the comments are still on there. I don't delete comments. What? And I couldn't delete your comment, mate. It's not my fucking channel, so... And your comments are all on my channel, so bullshit. And then here it goes. So the Rothschilds, typical operating behind the scenes. What? I fucking wish.
Yeah,
love some Rothschild money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. They were paying you off. Like, that'd be great.
In the case of Israel, the Rothschilds engineered World War I and waited until 1917 when Britain was in trouble. The Rothschilds then promised the British government they could get the US to enter World War I on the side of Britain and thus ensuring a British victory over Germany. However, they wanted something in return, Palestine. Thus, the Balfour Declaration was created, which is an official letter from the British government's Foreign Secretary, James Balfour, to Bron Rothschild. It states that His Majesty's government's view was in favour in the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people.
Who's who's this Paul Wilson guy? He really has a crawl up his ass for you.
Oh yeah. There's two of them, him and CSS.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. And earlier he also commented on that video. He said, "Cute monkey, shame about the cunt singing in the background, talking about Amy and shit."
Yeah.
I responded to him. I said, "Do you get paid to be a dick, or do you do that for free?" He hasn't responded back, but I'm sure he will. But yeah, that guy's really a dick. Like, he like posts on all your videos, and he's always talking about some fucking anti-Jew shit.
What, this Paul
Wilson?
No, I think he's new. He's only just been he's been running through them for like the last couple of hours. I'm just gonna look now. Can I filter? Oh, I can. Oh, see what comes up for the word.
I've seen his name before, at least in another video. Maybe he's just done it in the last couple of videos, but I know I've seen his name before.
Okay, there's another pool there. Rothschild's Israel has no right to that land. Israel are terrorists. Oh my God. Moving on, moving on.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at his uploads. He makes videos. We should start commenting on his videos.
No way, no way. Oh my God. Oh my
There's
God.
one video is Trump is a shill, and then it shows Trump with the Star of David behind his head. Brit police top kebab lovers, one and all, 1488. Mr. Bond, 88 problems, blah, blah, blah. Sylvia Stoll's English version. I don't know who that is. Women explain why Islam is evil. That is for dumb people. What? White genocide documentary.
Oh,
2018
on the brink of civil war.
Oh boy. Oh, I think he's also MGTOW. MGTOW, women are getting worse daily, yet showing what MGTOW, men killing themselves is insensitive to make it viewed and seen. That Muslims love a funky town where the white gals are easy. So is he against Muslims and
Jews? Gotta be. Yeah.
Weird.
No, it's common. I've seen it before.
Weird guy.
Johan says, you're not wrong. Cheers, Johan. I love you, bro.
I love how Brits don't say the second T's in words like kettle or Twitter.
I'm the war kettle. What are you chatting, mate? I'm on Twitter.
Yeah. I also like how you guys pronounce your H's on words that we don't normally pronounce it, like H.
Oh, he commented on your a day ago about the Telford scandal video I did.
Oh yeah, what did he say? Let me see. Link me, mate. I want to read it. Either on Hangouts or on Discord, don't matter.
The Telford video.
Yeah. Or I'm gonna have to search for it myself. Oh wait, actually, never mind. I can go on your channel now. I just have to go backwards. So. The War Cat. Oh, why I was in Telford and what happened, that one, right? That's probably where I saw his name, because I know I saw his name before. He commented on my comment?
Yeah. Have a look.
I don't even remember what my comment was.
This was fun. We will be starting. Oh, yeah. This was fun. We will be starting a new channel with Janaea now. Will that be like your 55th channel?
What do you say about that?
55th. Why does he get taken out by fanbots, SJ, wankers, and mudlisms?
Mud slimes. I think he meant to say,
but
he misspelled. They put muddle slimes.
Yeah.
I don't get that response. I did see that. That's where I saw his name, and I don't understand what he means. 55th. Why does he get taken out by fembots? Oh, I think he means I'm saying your 55th channel because your channel keeps getting taken down or something. That's
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'll reply that.
But that's not at all what the reference is.
Yeah, that's not the reference. The reference is you have too many channels. And they're all still standing.
They're all still standing. Well, Tommy Robinson's got a video. What the fuck? What's going on, Tommy?
I'm on holiday and that's why I've been quiet. So, this is my official Facebook group. Welcome. I'm on holiday a minute. And there's a big building site going on next to the hotel, so I'm screwed. I'm on holiday and that's why I've been quiet. I set this group up so that I can post in there, so that people can share stories, people can talk, and so that I can feed my Twitter addiction now that I'm off there. I want somewhere where I can post, comment, and talk to people all the time, like I used to do on Twitter. I don't want to use my main page for that because I want to maintain that just simply for the work and the videos that we put out. So thanks for joining. And I know it went a bit mad overnight because we didn't have moderators or we wasn't ready. That was just to get thousands of people to join. And now we're pleased for me. So thanks for joining. And I'm going to enjoy my time with my kids.
Yeah. Well, Tommy's on holiday.
He's on holiday. Where's he go?
Didn't say. But he set up a new Facebook group, basically. So if you want to find out where Tommy is and what he's up to, find him on Facebook in a group.
Meh.
Meh. Actually, what am I chatting? You know I'm fucking doing it. Right, yeah. So let's go back to these anti-Semitic comments, shall we?
Yeah.
This Paul geezer and this CSS geezer are having a full-blown conversation in the comment section of my video. Oh my god. Ugh. I don't care. I don't actually give a fuck about the Balfour
Hi, Chrissy. Love you too. Hi, Red Guy.
Good guy. Best guy.
Activism
Hey,
are
Chrissy.
important. Yeah, activism can be important, but it's not activism I have a gripe with. It's that internet activism culture that's like, ooh, fucking debate me now or you're a pussy. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm a pussy, right? Well, you can come meet me in person for free and talk to me, or you can pay me $250 to talk to you online. But, you know, of course, they never take you up on coming to meet them in person. So.
Oh, of course not. They never will.
Yeah. I got nothing against meeting people. If they wanted to come tell me shit to my face, feel free. I activism. Only I cause are the best. Oh, Red Guy. All right, so let's see this conversation. Oh, it's these guys are so fucking weird.
Yes, they are.
The thing is, there's no proof of these things, and they take it as being absolutely true. You know, they start talking about, oh, you know, the Rothschilds are doing this and that, and it's like, you know, you guys read a book of some guy who's making speculative claims and with no backing, and you're accepting this to be true.
It's all irrelevant anyway, because they're arguing over like who created the state of Israel. The simple thing is, right, for me and for pretty much most of the people on the planet, we were all born after the state of Israel was created.
Yeah.
So on that note, okay, I don't want it to go anywhere. It's a perfectly good state. It's doing well. It's better than all its fucking neighbors. So of course I'm going to be on the side of the civilized fucking country, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what pisses me off a lot about a lot of these people. They'll talk about, you know, Western ideals like secularism and democracy, but yet they will be like, oh yeah, but fuck Israel because it's the Jews. And it's like,
yeah,
what? It just makes no fucking sense.
Look at this. There is a big problem with this. Palestine was never Britain's to give away. What does that have to do with anything? It rightfully belongs to the Arab and Palestinian people living there. These people are probably like, what do you call that? Fucking ethnostatists. That's probably why they think that way. The Rothschild Zionist Jews came in, took over, and forcibly evacuated and killed millions of Palestinians who lived there. Where's the citation for that? I bet if you ask for it, he's going to give you some guy's book and say, like, look, this guy right here. And it's like, yeah, that's some guy writing a book. Where's his credentials? You know, where's his proof of it, right? There are still committing genocides to this day. The creation of Zionist state Israel was massively unjust right from the start. Something conceived in inequity breeds conflict down the road. It is no exaggeration to say that the founding of Israel itself may be the precursor to World War III. Zionist Israel controls the government of the US, Britain, Canada, France, and more, and the Rothschilds control Israel. Prove that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where's the proof of that?
Because there is none.
Yeah, where's the proof that Zionist Israel controls all our countries? I would like to see this, but there is none. They just, like I said, they take somebody's book on speculative, you know, topics and they take it to be true. And it's all from these connections. Well, this guy knows this guy, and this guy's connected to this guy, so they must all be working together to do this and that and this. And it's like, well, what's the proof that they're all working together to do that? Maybe they know each other. Doesn't mean they all work together for a common goal, you know. Yeah. Or if they do, it doesn't mean it's the goal that you're saying it is. Like, you know, you have to look into things and find things to be absolutely true before you think they're true. And then the other guy says, all very correct and factual. In addition, Hitler was feeding the Jews over to Israel even before it was declared Israel. And the Rothschilds control Israel. It's their fiefdom. You see in their parliament building, talk about satanic. Oh, these guys are fucking Christians. They even walk on a cross, also the pyramid on top. What does the pyramid on top have to do with Satanism or or Christianity? That's so weird.
I have no idea.
Also belongs to Jews and Christians and non-religious who lived there for years and years and years before the chosen one. It's just part of a playbook that's been planned for thousands of years. Strange, huh? Where's the proof that this has been planned for thousands of years? That's what I'm talking about. These guys just make shit up. And well, what it is they believe someone who's making shit up. Somebody makes shit up, they put out a book and they believe it and they all buy into it. Which is funny because they say that other people are the ones doing that, right? They're like, oh, you're buying into the Zionist agenda and you believe everything they say. And it's like, well, you're doing the same thing from another angle. Like, how do you not see that? You've been shown no proof of this. You've just been shown fucking speculative connections and shit like that. So weird.
It's crazy.
He's weird. He's weird. These are the weird cultural Christian guys, I guess, you got coming up in your country.
I don't even know if they're from my country.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I've known more Americans to be this way than any other people from any other country. More Americans to be like, oh, the Zionist agenda and this and that. But I'm sure there's some in England as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Fucking oddballs. But see, this is another part that I say that how this internet activist culture is bullshit, is fucking cancerous. Yeah, it's all part of the same thing too, right? Their activism is to bring down the Jews because they control everything and they're satanic and trying to bring about fucking a satanic world with no morals. It's fucking weird. Muddy Water said, "Saw Ask Yourself's girlfriend, shut up, YouTube."
That's funny.
Red Guy said, because you American, you know more Americans. Well, it's not just that, Red Guy, is that like just on the internet in general, when you see a lot of these people like what's it, like Wars, they talk about a lot of that shit too. And that's all mostly Americans, but they have Paul Joseph Watson, but he doesn't really go into the Jews too much. You see more Alex Jones and them go into it.
He is, oh my God, he's nuts.
Alex Jones, yeah. Well, he's admitted before that he's entertainment. Like he says that, I think he does believe some of these things, but I think he greatly exaggerates it for the point of views, you know.
I do agree 100% with that.
I've seen him on
Joe Rogan. Is that when we say that, there are a lot of people who watch him who are like, treat him as a credible news source, like he's meant to be taken seriously.
Yeah, that's a problem when even he himself says that everything he says is greatly exaggerated, you know, like, yeah. And then they still buy him as credible news. And it's like, yeah, sometimes there is some truth to what he's saying, but like I said, he completely fucking exaggerates it, you know?
Yeah.
Like when you said talking about the Jews turning frogs gay, the globalists are turning the frogs gay. There was some truth to that, but it wasn't like they were purposely turning frogs gay. It's just they were spilling chemicals into water that these specific frogs lived in, that when that chemical reacts with them, they change into another gender. Which some frogs tend to do. There are frogs that can change their gender in order to breed.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, those specific frogs do that. That chemical tends to trigger that reaction in them, and they turn into that. But that's all just pollution in general. I don't think they weren't doing it on purpose. They're just trying to get rid of this excess garbage for free, you know, without having to spend money. So they just dumped it into a lake.
Which I'm getting breaking news that Billy has received another strike.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. If you're not sub to Billy Bong, go sub to Billy Bong.
Yeah, guys. Sub to Billy Bong. He's on my he's gonna be on my show tomorrow. We're gonna talk about The Walking Dead.
I'm sure you will hear all about it tomorrow.
Which Jay hasn't caught up on.
No, I haven't.
Jay's half a season behind.
I am, yes. You have to catch up on that, to be fair.
It's kind of funny because Billy's one of those people who get mad at the show and say, oh, I'm not watching this anymore, but then he'll continue watching it.
Yeah.
And then says it again and continues watching it.
Yeah, that's kind of me as
So I know a
well.
lot of people are tired of it now, which is understandable. After like 8 seasons, there's bound to be tons of people who are going to be tired of the show. So it's been going on for a long time, and the show does get kind of dragged sometimes, but I don't mind that. But some people do; they get bored and they back off. But I think it's a good show. I think it's well written. I enjoy it. Every episode at least has one moment where I get like souped and shit. I'm like, oh shit.
Right, here it is. Fuck my life. Another fucking flag. Fucking strike. All my videos are private. How are they being flagged?
That's crazy that they'll flag videos that are
YouTube
private.
flagging them. This is fucking insane. I'm so over this shit.
I think if you have a video on private, that they shouldn't flag it or take it down. I think they should just send you a notification that says, hey, if you unprivate this video, we're going to give you a flag, take it down. That way but if you have it private, nobody can see it. So what's the point of flagging it and giving you a strike over something that nobody's gonna see?
Yeah, no.
Makes no sense.
Ooh, Mitzi. Block.
Mitzi, what about her?
Yeah, she commented on Billy's thing and obviously I'm on my other account, so she's not blocked on this one, so I've just blocked her.
She doesn't bother me, so I mean, I don't like her, but she doesn't come after me, so I don't bother with her.
Yeah, that's basically my rule. Stay out of her way. Hope she'll stay out of my way.
Yeah, basically. If nobody bothers with her, she probably doesn't bother. I mean, she did say something to me recently. I forgot what it was. Had to do with the fake podcast, and she unblocked me, and I was like, oh, like, don't unblock me. I don't want to have anything to do with you. But oh well.
Oh, I got one here for my Red Pill Phil video. Vatican created Islam to take control of Israel.
What? The Vatican created Islam to take control of Israel. That
does not make sense at all.
No.
Bearing in mind that Islam's been around for 1600 years. The word Israel has only been around for I can't remember.
Well,
not
Israel
that
was mentioned in the Bible.
Was it?
Yeah, the Israelites were the people who left
Israelites,
with Moses. Yeah, they were the Israelites, and they left to discover Israel or something. But, but that's the Bible, so who gives a shit? But the Vatican's been around longer than Islam, right?
I think so.
Maybe just about the same time. I think the Vatican was maybe 600 AD, around there, 620, 680 AD. It's about the same time. Yeah. This red guy brought up a good point about Alex Jones. He says the president believes he is a credible news source.
Yeah. That's one of the problems we've got.
Yeah, that is a problem. It's a little crazy.
Didn't he give him permission to have access to the press room or something?
I don't know. That's a little crazy if he did. We need a new Vlad the Impaler? What the fuck, red guy? Oh, man.
Oh.
So, do you know when Devin's going on Warski?
No, I don't think the date.
I don't think they've set a date yet, right? They're just still working on that. That's going to be interesting.
You know it's going to be fucking fun.
So far, I've been enjoying his talk with Sargon. They seem to be pretty chill. They're not fighting or nothing. Laughing and chilling. That's all good. That was one part. I forgot what it was, but Devin kept making fun of him. And Sargon's like, I'm gonna punch you in the face. They both
I'd like to fucking see Sargon try.
Yeah. They both started cracking up. It's funny. But Sargon's one that can take a joke, so that's always good. 11 hours ago. Oh, that's an old post. Mayan lives matter. Fucking hellbound. Not a Mayan. What else?
He's Mexican. Oh, speaking of which, have you watched the video yet that we did? Have you actually watched it yet?
I watched about half of it. I'm not done yet.
So what have you got to say about the first video I had at the beginning of it?
What first video? The one with Amy singing?
Oh, after Amy singing.
What was it again?
When I'm like, hi guys, I'm joined with my good friend Alfie.
Mm-hmm. That was the video we did.
Yeah, it was. But did you see what was on the screen during the video?
No, I gotta look again. I have a habit of just listening and not looking at what the videos have on them.
I spend all that time doing subliminal messages to everybody, and
I'm gonna look at it right now. Watch. Let's see. I probably did see it, and I don't remember.
Oh, you would have done, because you would have been like, you bastard.
Or maybe I didn't get it. I see a bunch of soldiers in front of a building. Is it after that?
Keep watching what the soldiers are doing.
Oh. I see them lifting a green and white flag. What is that?
What kind of flag is green and white?
I don't know.
It's the Mexican flag.
Oh, it's you're a dick. Green, white, and red or orange, right? Red.
I think it's red, yeah.
Yeah, it's red. Fucking Mexicans. Oh, it is the Mexican flag. I see the crest now. Yeah, you're a dick.
Had to be done, mate.
Had to be done. Doesn't bother me. I'm not Mexican. Ha 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 ha.
Do I hear a baby?
No, that was my dog coughing up a lung. But it's strange the way the way your city is about this whole thing and how they try to obfuscate the truth to make it go their way, right?
Oh my days.
Like
mate.
that what we were talking about in that video, how they didn't even mention that the Palestinian demonstrators were attacking the the soldiers, and it doesn't mention it at all. They just go straight for, oh, they attacked these people for no, make it seem like it was for no reason. They said it was, you see the trick wording is they didn't say that the demonstration was peaceful. They just said the demonstration was advertised as peaceful. You know what I'm saying? And then make no mention that there was any type of violence happening at all. Yeah. And that's the trick wording they use. So they're not lying, but they're just missing out some points, you know. Did they talk about the YT shooter? I did, Hellbound, you missed out. I did talk about the regressive online magazine, Mashable.com. They basically posted a picture of her, and they, she's Arabic, so she's like kind of brown with dark eyes, and they whitewashed her face. They like super, what do you call that when you make things really bright, a lot of light in a picture? Overexposed, I guess. They overexposed it, so she was like really white in it, so she looked pale white, and then they changed her eye color to really bright green. And it's really fucked up. There's exactly what I was talking about, how people do, these organizations do it in Bristol, how they like obfuscate the truth. And that's basically like their way of saying, this person was white, right? Like this is white people doing this. It wasn't an Arabic person, which I don't even think she was Muslim, because in her Facebook picture, she's not wearing like her headscarf or anything. She was wearing one during the attack, but like I was saying to Jay earlier, I think that was probably more of a way for her to cover up her identity.
Yeah.
Because on her Facebook pictures they used for like to show what she looked like, she wasn't wearing it at all. So I don't even think she's Muslim. She's probably like maybe her family was Muslim, or she's an ex-Muslim. But either way, the rumor is that she was targeting an ex-boyfriend that worked there. So I don't think this had anything to do with any type of activism or I don't think it was any kind of terrorism at all or anything. It was just like a revenge thing, which she didn't even succeed. So
fucking women.
She was the only one that died, right? I don't think she killed anyone. She injured 3 people, I think.
Yeah, she injured a bunch of people.
The woman was a whack job. Did you see any of her videos? No, I haven't seen it. Are they on the internet, like for everybody to see?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch that. She was a little nutty. So basically, she was an imbalanced person who was spurned by an ex-lover. So makes sense. I don't see this as a big deal. At first, I was like, "Whoa, somebody's attacking YouTube. There's some crazy shit going on."
Yeah.
And I was thinking, "Oh, this got to be why would somebody attack YouTube? This got to be like a disgruntled ex-employee." Right? But then we heard it was an ex-boyfriend or something. So.
When I heard it was a woman, I thought, "Oh, it's an ex-employee who's disgruntled over the wage gap."
Yeah, maybe. But I doubt it because Google tends to be regressive themselves. So that's why I was like, it probably might not be that. Or we were streaming while that was going on, while it was active. Oh, yeah, Chris wants to pop in. Yeah, fucking pop in, dude.
Of course he can. Gotta have Chris here.
Yeah.
Yorkshire.
I still have about another hour before I gotta walk the dog, so I'm good. So yeah, Chris is coming in, guys. Feel excited. Pull your cocks out. Start rubbing it. Get it ready. Get that shit primed. The jisms shall commence. But yeah, again, well, I guess to go back to what the video is called, yeah, internet activists are fucking nuts. They're super self-important. They're super self-important and think everybody else has to go with what they're talking about.
Hello.
What's up, Chris? How are you today?
Not bad, not bad. Just got in from work.
Nice. Was it an easy day today?
Oh, it wasn't too bad. I spent like, what was it, 4 hours, Jay, watching that stream?
Yeah, listening to me give commentary over the stream.
I would have been down for that. I missed it.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly pedal to the metal working all day. It was a really good stream. I enjoyed that with Carl and Devon. It was I was quite pleasantly surprised. There was no sort of acrimony at any part during the proceedings. It was very, very cordial and you know, just like two friends chatting, really. Which
yeah, I'm halfway through it so far. I was enjoying it a lot. I'm like, I like how that's what I was just saying to Jay, how they're just like talking back and forth, laughing and shit, you know, busting each other's balls and shit like that.
Yeah. That's how it continued. Really, it was just a very good conversation, you know, about about you know what's going on in the world today. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I recommend anybody goes to watch it who hasn't seen it.
Yeah, it's really fun. I'm enjoying it so far.
Because I know before it started, there was people in Carl's chat saying, "Oh, yeah, what's the debate about? What are they debating?" Like, no, I don't think they're not debating anything. They're just going to talk to each other.
Just having
God sakes, what is it going to debate?
This is exactly what the topic of this stream was, how this internet activist culture is fucking cancerous and everything, you know, like how they just want to debate everything constantly. And
we've had another sort of vegan episode today, haven't we? So
yeah, we did. That's what I was saying.
Christ.
So now, since you're here, Chris, oh my God, I can't believe it. So Devon, totally understandable. I don't blame Devon at all, but he called for Britain first.
Oh no, well, yeah.
Yeah.
We corrected him, didn't we?
We did, because obviously both of us are like, no, Devon, that's not the group you're on about, mate.
It does bring up an interesting point where Anne-Marie Waters and Oliver, you know, the person who runs, I want to say For Britain, because even I get confused. She got told she knew that there was a branding problem with it being too similar to Britain First.
And she didn't care.
She sort of pig-headedly sort of stuck with it, and she's got her way now. She's allowed to call it that. But the fact that so many people, myself included, in my own head, I have difficulty like thinking which one's which again.
No, the reason they weren't allowed the name was because there was a Brexit group that had something to do with For Britain.
Oh, really? Was that it?
That was the issue. The only thing they have an issue with at the moment is the Electoral Commission doesn't like that they have the trident on their logo.
What?
They have a trident on their logo.
What does a trident signify that's bad?
I have no idea. I have no fucking idea, mate. All I think of is Zeus when I think trident, and I think Ariel.
Mythology?
Yeah. But no, mate, I think it's highlighted a problem with, because after that whole Donald Trump retweeting Britain First, even I had it after I made that video about For Britain. People saying, "Oh, you just made a video on that party," and Donald Trump's retweeting them, and the media saying that they're like uber racist. And I'm like, yeah, they're Britain first, but for Britain isn't. They are two completely different groups.
I do know that Anne-Marie Waters was warned that it's not very clear. I've heard a few people talk about it before, and I think that's a bit of an, they had the opportunity to rebrand and they didn't. And I think that's a bit stupid, really, because I think ultimately what's going to prevent them from getting into any kind of meaningful power is that people associate them with Britain first, even though they've got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just due to the fact that it's
Devin's not exactly stupid, and he got confused. So
yeah, exactly, and it's an understandable mistake to make. They are way too similar.
Yeah,
I didn't know about
that. And the reason I'm asking you is you're British, and that's example.
Yeah. I didn't know it either. I made a video with Britain First for Jay for his I didn't know there was a difference between.
Whenever I mention one or the other, I have to sort of look it up on the internet to make sure that I'm referencing the right one. It's crazy. I think she's got a quite a serious uphill battle on her hands in that regard.
Yeah, it's a serious.
I don't know why they called it that. I've got no idea.
No, they like the name, but they didn't realize that. The other thing,
Room have views and everything, but it's just the name and the name that it promotes is just not going to work at all, especially with Britain First being about.
Let me show you guys this. This is what I was talking about earlier about this lady, how they were showing it. This is. Do you guys see it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The Mashable.
This is the one at ABC News. This is what she really looks like, and then Mashable made her look like this. Dude, they changed the color of her eyes.
Well, and they put obvious. I don't know. They've sort of made her face all blown out as well, didn't they? So
they overexposed it, so she looks super white, and then they changed her eye color, which is insane to do.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if they actually changed the shape of her face slightly as well. I don't think they did.
Yeah, it's hard to. No, it's just backed up more. The one for ABC, they zoomed in the picture more. And this one they backed up, and then they made her face white. And
it's
her
pretty
eyes
fucking disgraceful, really.
Yeah, it's one thing to overexpose it to make it white, but somebody actually sat there and said, "Oh, I'm going to change her eyes to green and change the color of her eyes." That's super deceptive,
Did you see that thing that I posted in Discord about that? I think 78-year-old man who's been arrested on suspicion of murder because he killed a burglar that he found in his house who threatened him with a screwdriver with his own screwdriver.
Wow.
So he's been arrested on a suspicion of murder. That's an English thing too. Look at us.
Hopefully that's just like standard for them to take them in and then let them go.
That's why I was
had to process this and that's it.
I would have thought if somebody's died, especially by a stab to the upper chest, I would have thought the police have to at least investigate it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think they just maybe they brought him in to question him over murder, and then after questioning him, they might be like, "All right, you don't."
The guy was threatened with this screwdriver by the guy who he killed. So I mean, I can't see that anything bad's going to come of it. But God knows with the state of the legal system currently. Jesus Christ. I'm referencing Count Dankula, of course.
What do you guys think of people or like some sort of organization monitoring? That was hard to say. Monitoring people's videos to see if they have some sort of mental disorder.
I would have thought it's fairly difficult to tell, definitively if someone's got a mental disorder from the video posted on YouTube.
And plus, there's no really real way to regulate it. I mean, we're talking about billions of hours uploaded per day.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, in the case of that woman who went into the YouTube headquarters and opened fire. I mean, you can look back on her videos. I've been watching quite a few of them today and think, she was clearly crazy. Yeah. However, it's easy to say that in retrospect, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think anybody could have predicted, even with the videos that I saw.
But this ain't the first time. We've seen other times where people have said things about shooting up schools and shit like that, and find out in hindsight.
What we haven't seen though are the amount of people who've said very similar things but haven't gone on to shoot up a school.
Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe look into it and question these people and find out. It doesn't hurt to talk to people and find out.
It doesn't, but I mean the logistics of doing something like that are just
It would be
completely
very hard.
unimaginable, really. Especially even in a country the size of the UK, let alone say the States. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Or the globe.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's just not practical.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what might have helped is if this woman couldn't get her hands on a gun, but that's just me.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess that's gonna go on with on Warski Live.
Sorry, I didn't want to shut up. I'm dead.
Oh yeah, well, I agree with you. It's all good. This woman looked. Carrie Waska says this woman looked twisted. Hello, people. It's been taken down. Oh, I guess her YouTube's been taken down already.
What's been taken down?
That lady's YouTube, the YouTube shooter.
Oh yeah, it got took down within like 6 hours or something like that. But if you actually, you don't need to look far on the internet to find that people downloaded her channel before YouTube removed it.
Yeah, yeah, I see it all over Twitter. People are
there's loads of videos. You can watch all her videos. I've been doing it all day.
Fucking nuts. I haven't seen any, but I hear from people, and I've seen these little memes, but people are like changing them somewhat. But I could just see it in her face that she's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, again, something like that's easy to say in sort of retrospect, isn't it? With knowing what you know now, you might have just walked past her in the street and not thought anything of it a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's possible that her mental state might be a cause of growing up in Iran?
Well, before I joined the stream, you were saying that she's not a Muslim. I've not seen it confirmed that she's not a Muslim.
Yeah, that's just an assumption.
From what I understand, she did grow up in Iran, so it's likely.
Oh, she grew up in Iran.
Oh, yeah, she grew up in Iran. Yeah,
she has. I was
under the impression that she was. She grew up
I would assume then her upbringing was Muslim. Now that is just an assumption. There are Christians in Iran. I get it, but I would assume that her, until I know otherwise, that she is from Muslim stock.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying maybe it caused a cognitive dissonance in her and kind of drove her nuts.
Indeed, yeah. It doesn't speak very highly of her upbringing either.
Like I said, she doesn't wear the headscarf. She doesn't seem to be, she doesn't wear the whole outfit.
No, but curiously, she did own head. I mean, I've seen pictures of her wearing a hijab.
Yeah, but she doesn't always wear it. And, if you're a Muslim, you don't always wear the hijab. That's
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying she was a Muslim. I don't believe that she was, because, like you say, she didn't wear the headgear. She didn't, she was, on the internet doing sort of, individual female things, and she was an activist and a vegan. I think what I'd like to talk more about how her being a vegan might feed into this, to be honest.
I brought this up before, as Carrie Waska just said she was wearing the hijab during the shooting, but I was saying before that I don't think that was because she was Muslim. I think that was more of her trying to cover her identity, maybe.
Yeah, I would like to know exactly why she was wearing that, because I've not seen, and apart from where she's made a point of putting it on to say this is what I look like as a Muslim, I've not seen any evidence that she ever wore a hijab for any reason.
Yeah, I was just watching a clip that somebody put on Twitter of her like dancing around and singing, and they like spliced it with what's his name, Simon Cowell from the X Factor. So, but she's not wearing it there. She just has a little headband and her hair is out.
I mean, I do think with all situations like this, it's very important to sort of take a step back and actually wait for the facts to come out. Because we don't know. We've only got sort of anecdotal stories from what went on inside the building. We don't know. We don't know what was feeding this behavior or anything. So, unfortunately, we're sort of playing the waiting game right now, but it's human nature to speculate, of course.
Yeah. God, this video is funny, though. She's like doing somersaults and punches and fucking slinging a nunchucks around and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Carrie Waska says, I blame her veganism, lol. They are insane.
Yeah, I agree, Carrie.
I didn't want to say that before, but yeah, a little bit.
That's how this stream started. We were talking about how vegans are crazy, and not all of them, obviously, but like how vegans on the internet are like, they just want to debate, and if you're not interested, then you're an asshole or you're pussy and this and that. And it's like, dude, I don't want to do the things you want me to do. Sorry that you're into that. I'm not. No.
They just can't accept don't care as a reasonable response, can they?
And I forgot who brought it up when I was streaming about Ask Yourself, but it was a great point of charging them for a debate. And I was like, oh yeah, $250. You guys?
I think I said that in Discord. Yeah, 500 quid.
Yeah, I'll charge you $250. You want to debate me? I will charge you $250. You can PayPal it to me, and I will debate you on any topic you want. but I'm not going to go and do things for free that I don't want to do. So like, you know, just like any job, you want me to do something I don't want to do, you have to pay me.
The problem with it is you can, they use the word debate, and I know why they use the word debate, because they're thinking of those sort of, there's like debate competitions that I know are popular in the States with like university students and stuff. And basically they want to win the debate by whatever sort of linguistic cleverness that they can dredge up. You know, fair enough. You may well be able to, you probably will be able to best me in a debate about veganism.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A lot of my stances are not necessarily based on rationality. I'm quite willing to, you know, say that, you know, from a moral point of view, vegans are correct. From a health point of view, vegans are correct. But from my point of view, I just don't want to not eat meat. Sorry.
Yeah, too bad.
And meat's really easy to obtain. I don't have to kill any animals. And yeah, maybe that's not right morally, but I don't care enough. I've got other things in my life that I worry about an awful lot more than that.
Yeah, it's not a topic I'm interested in. So for me to go out of my way to debate with somebody on a topic that I don't even have arguments for because I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what's the point? Like, what would be the point?
Things are like easily available, more easily. They're as easily available, if not more so, than sort of vegan food. And frankly, non-vegan food is usually easier to prepare. So there's a large convenience factor as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can be as right as you want from a moral point of view, but while there's still an ample supply of all these products, people are going to buy them. They just are.
Yeah.
Because they'll buy whatever's cheapest, whatever's easiest, you know, whatever's nicest.
This happens a lot where I hear it for them. They have a talking point where it's like people saying that, oh, they can't afford to be vegan. They're like, oh, there's lots of cheap vegan foods. Yeah. But the people who say that have never grown up extremely poor like I have. You know, like my parents would never have been able to afford a vegan diet for my family, you know, like,
and let's be honest,
had enough money to buy meat. So
there's a massive convenience factor with simpler non-vegan foods as well, which, and especially where you live in the United States, there's a lot of people who work like 80 hours a week, isn't there, just to sort of make ends meet. They don't have time to, you know, stand preparing vegetables for 2 hours a night. It's just not practical.
No, it's not.
And there's so people like myself with like, you know, very, you know, like a neurological disease who just can't do it. You know, with the best will in the world, can't do it. It's easy for me to go out and buy a pack of ham and make a ham sandwich. Piece of piss, I can do that. But
yeah, it's
you know,
easy.
Peeling and chopping, and I'll have to lose a finger real quick.
Oh yeah. And it's true, they don't go into those things, and they always think that, like, well, if I could do it, you can do it. But it's like not everybody's in the same economical position or has the same amount of time.
Position or any
physical position, yeah.
There's a variety of reasons why one person can do a thing and another person can't do that same thing. It's like saying because an Olympic runner can do a 100-meter sprint in 11 seconds or whatever, then you should be able to do it.
Oh yeah.
Like, well, no, I'm not that person.
I have asthma. I can't run more than 2 blocks without being
well, quite exactly. You know,
So I totally understand.
I've got MS. Jay's got a fucking bum knee. You know, so none of us can do that. We've all got perfectly valid reasons.
Yeah.
And I just the whole eating meat thing. I just wish they'd stop. I do have a certain level of admiration for people who can actually do that with their lives and actually make it work for them. You know, in a way, I wish I could, but I can't. So I don't see the need to debate this. It's not anything that's open for debate in my life. So why do I need?
Why not go after people who are interested in debating them? Like they go after people who have no interest.
Yeah, why not try and debate?
Act like dicks about it. And it's like, you know, honestly, if I go after somebody I wanted to debate on a topic and they didn't want to, I'd just be like, oh, all right. You know, I wouldn't be like, oh, you're a pussy, blah blah blah. I'd just be like, all right, cool. And go find someone else who does care to debate that topic.
Kind of out of the vegans on our Discord server, that's kind of how they act. It's like, all right, you don't want to talk about it, so we'll talk about something else.
It started off at the beginning when they first came in. We did talk about it a lot, and then I guess it came to the realization that we've done all the talking we can about it, and you know, let's get past this and be friends. You know,
talking about it is one thing, but expecting to change somebody's mind on something like that is a completely different thing. And there's no, I ain't going to convince a vegan that I'm right, and they're not, and they're not going to convince me that they're right. Or even if they do convince me they're right, I'm not going to change my behavior. I can tell you that going in.
And on top of that, I don't even like to debate. It's not even something I'm interested in. Like, I don't find it fun. I'd rather play video games. I'd rather talk to friends and laugh.
I do not understand what this whole thing with debate is all about.
Yeah, they want it so much. That's the part of this internet activist, like internet culture that's been going on. They just want to constantly debate. And if you're not into debate, then you're a pussy. And it's like, what? Like,
I feel like it's part and parcel of this whole like internet blood sports thing.
Yeah.
Where they don't really want a constructive conversation. They just want an argument or blood sports where one man wins and one man loses. Sorry, I didn't mean to sexist. One person.
It's a like flexing of muscles, they want to. Yeah, it's a ponage thing. Like, I want to pwn them, and then I'm gonna show everyone that, hey, look, I pwned this guy. I'm awesome.
And the majority of the time, all it really shows you is whoever won in finger quotes has got better command of language or better debating skills, and that's it. It doesn't actually prove anyone was right.
Yeah, and it's all they ever do. It's like with Ask Yourself, I called them out for being a dick. You know what I'm saying? It had nothing to do with veganism. It had nothing to do with debating anything or anybody having a stance. It just straight up had to do with him acting like a dick. And what did that turn into? Them saying, oh, you can't support your stance, blah, 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 blah. You can't debate. You're a pussy. And it's like, what? What does that have to do with anything that I called them out for? Nothing at all,
No, well, I mean, with a lot of vegans that they define their entire sort of identity around the vegan thing, don't they?
Yeah.
Whereas you and me don't like base our identity on the fact that we eat meat.
No, that's where I was telling them. That's where I was telling them I don't have a stance. I'm not here to tell you to stop being vegan, or I'm not here to tell you have to eat meat. I'm not even here to tell you the benefits of eating meat. Like, I don't care if you eat meat or not. It has no bearing on me at all.
I'd go a step further than that. I'd say, well, yeah, you probably are right. It's more healthy to eat from vegetables and stuff. It's it's definitely a more moral choice, but let's be honest, it is a choice that you make.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's 1,000 reasons why you might not choose to make that choice.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think that there's probably valid arguments on both sides. Yeah, I think somebody could make valid arguments for eating meat.
I don't think
anybody really cares to. That's just the point, right?
Yeah, I don't think anyone would disagree who was being reasonable that, like, factory farming to the extent that we're doing it now is probably not the most sort of humane way of treating living creatures. But what are you going to do? I mean, my opinion isn't going to make them stop. But the thing that is going to make it stop is when reasonable alternatives become available, which is every sign that reasonable alternatives will become available.
On its way. That's what I always tell vegans. Instead of like debating people online and Patreoning these YouTubers that talk about veganism, why don't you put all your money towards in vitro meat study and stuff like that?
They act like impatient children, in that it's not happening fast enough. So
there's plenty of meat eaters that are totally for in vitro meat and would totally switch over and not have to kill animals anymore to eat because we can produce meat, in a lab. That's pretty much the same exact thing. So
there's some vegans, and they're not vegans, so I'm using that word incorrectly, but there's some where they only eat a vegan diet unless they find something like roadkill or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
that. They'll take it and eat that because it's already dead.
That's a choice. That's why if I was to debate a vegan, I wouldn't debate. They always want to debate in the factory farming and stuff like that. I wouldn't debate that stuff. I would debate more like just eating meat in general. What if I found an animal on the road that's dead? I can't eat that.
What about my? I've got 4 chickens in my garden. What about their eggs? What's wrong with eating them?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I don't see any problem at all there. They're happy. They can roam around the garden all like hell. They can fly out the garden if they want.
Yeah.
There's
some of them have gotten on your roof.
I had to go into the neighbor's garden yesterday to retrieve one of them.
Really?
Yeah,
so they're not held captive. They can do what they want.
Oh no, they can completely do it. But most of the time, the vast majority of the time, they just choose to stay in my garden because they like it there.
I'm kind of envious of you because you get fresh eggs all the time.
Yeah, maybe not all. Sometimes they go off late, but most of the time, I've got fresh eggs whenever I want them.
It's awesome.
And they're completely humanely produced, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the
chemicals.
problem
You're not giving them hormones or anything. So.
No, I mean, no, they get shit. They just get what the peck out of the ground and the layers mash. It's called. God knows what's in that. To be fair,
oh yeah,
probably ground up cows or something.
Marino, I can confirm that. I was down with bird flu for about 3 days after being around Chris's house.
Oh, Marino
it's quite
says
funny, actually. We got told, I think, before Christmas. Well, we got told. It was apparently a big thing that you've got to keep your chickens inside, in their chicken house or whatever, to prevent, them spreading bird flu. I don't know how the hell that would have worked, but anyway, I never even found out about it until I saw an announcement where you could let them back out again. It was just there they could all have bird flu, Marino.
Marino said, "Is this a MGTOW stream? I'm in. Come on in, Marino.
Come on, Marino. I dare you.
You're the one who said it, not me. You're totally invited, though." I'm hearing an echo. Is that Jay?
It's not me.
Is it me?
It might be.
Yeah, this was happening with Hangouts the other day. I was on with Amy. It was echoing sometimes, but not others.
Yeah, that's weird. It just did it now for like 3 seconds and it stopped that. Carrie Waska says, "My brother calls me an internet activist. Do I have cancer?" No, not obviously we all know hashtag not all.
Hey, fuck you, Marino. I've been at work all day.
Yeah, fuck you, Marino. It's 7 at night.
Yeah, Billy, we saw you got another strike on a private video. I was just talking about before. I don't understand how YouTube strikes private videos.
I have never heard of anybody else getting strikes on private videos.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. No, I did hear one other that somebody got taken down for that actually recently.
Really?
They struck down 3 private videos and he just got taken down. And
I just don't understand how they can justify that in any way, shape, or form.
Why don't they have a method that just notifies you saying, "Hey, this private video you have, if you unprivate it, we'll give you a strike," so you know.
I can. To be honest, I can understand like what Devon got yesterday, because he thought he'd got another strike, didn't he? Because he got a video taken down for hate speech, but all it did was remove it. He didn't get a strike.
Oh, he didn't get a strike for it. I thought he did.
No, there's no strike on that. No, he just got it. He just got the video.
Billy said it was Suit Yourself. Suit Yourself got taken down from all private strikes. It was like 3 videos that were private.
Oh, that's right, Billy. I do remember hearing about that. Yeah,
I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? He got all 3 that were private. He just got taken down
all in one day. He just got taken down instantly.
But
and that's just stupid. I don't understand how.
There's clearly some kind of sort of relationship between how many subs you've got and the way YouTube treats you.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about. I don't know. Bigger YouTubers just don't get this, do they? They just don't at all.
I mean,
and Devon seems to get tracked better than Billy does. For instance.
YouTube is in fuck it mode. Yeah.
Yeah, you think YouTube would have better stuff to do today, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if they don't know how to regulate, so they make these shitty algorithms and not care afterwards what happens. But
I just can't believe that part of the algorithm isn't, is the video live. Yeah, surely that should matter. Like, if no one can see it, why would you get a strike for it? That doesn't compute. I don't get that one.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. He said he privated all his videos off my suggestion. The first strike he got wasn't on a private video.
But the next 2 were, I guess.
Were after. I guess he got the first strike, and then Billy told him, "Oh, you should private your videos so they don't give you more strikes." And then he still got 2 more strikes. Fucking Marino. We need to push Billy past 100K subs, or just flag them into oblivion.
Although I don't agree with the designation of hate speech that Devon's video got yesterday. Not at all. Having watched it, I don't really get that. But I find it very odd that he didn't get a strike for that.
Yeah, that is weird. Usually, when they every time they've gotten him for hate speech, they've given him a strike. And now they didn't.
I'm wondering if maybe this magical cutoff is at 85,000.
Maybe because he just passed 85,000, right? Maybe that's
he's just passed 86,000 actually.
Billy said he can't even get past 9K.
Hopefully, with a few more public appearances like the one he had with Carl today, he might be able to push himself past 100,000.
Yeah, I hope so.
Which would be ideal, because I do genuinely think after 100,000, there is some difference with the way YouTube treats you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they give weird fucking violations. Like, yeah, see, it started to echo again for like a second. But
we get some headphones.
Like hate speech for the video he made was how was that hate speech? Like, that doesn't even make sense.
I think I understand what they're calling hate speech, because he was taking the piss out of Riley Dennis being trans or not, or whatever the fuck Riley Dennis is. I don't fucking know. But I wouldn't classify that as hate speech. He was clearly just taking the piss out of somebody for obvious sort of physical characteristics that they've got. That shouldn't be hate speech. But again, the definition of hate speech is very, very nebulous, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the problem. That's really the heart of the problem, is that they don't define hate speech properly.
I was saying to my dad earlier, it's like they've got all these rules, but they don't tell you what the rules are.
Yeah.
And they won't even tell you, like, they'll tell you that your video got taken down for hate speech. They won't tell you which bit of it contained the hate speech that's the problem.
That was my idea. You know how, like, when they do copyright strikes, they'll show you the timestamp of where the copyright strike is, but they don't do that when there's a violation of like hate speech. Why not just do that so you know where it is and you could just eliminate that little section? You know?
No, I agree. I don't understand it.
Just like you could do with the copyright stuff, you could get a copyright strike so you can eliminate that little timestamp, and then you won't get that copyright strike again when you re-upload it. You know, like.
Well,
but now you can't re-upload any part of your video because you have no idea which part of it is, you know, targeted for hate speech.
Yeah, you've got nowhere to learn. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. So then you're going to make another video just like that and get it again without knowing what part of this is the hate speech part, you know, like.
Well, I'm probably going to get done for hate speech later. If you go on the Discord, you'll see that I just dumped a Facebook link in to a video about Tommy Robinson. I'm not even halfway through, and I already want to slap this motherfucker.
Oh, no. You're going to make a video on it?
Yeah, I got him, mate. It was bad. He's basically peddling that, you know, Islam is the religion of peace. And also, one thing I fucking hate more than anything else is being poor is not an excuse to commit goddamn crime.
Generational wealth is the Ethan fallacy.
Yeah. I agree. I mean,
yes, we can.
Black people use that as an excuse a lot, especially in the States, don't they? And no, Jay's completely correct. Being poor is no excuse to commit crime. Yeah. Being poor is unlucky. It's not, you know, it means you haven't got as good a deal as somebody else, but it's no excuse to, you know, it's not an excuse to sort of completely disregard the mores and manners of polite society. It just isn't. Sorry.
I grew up shit poor. You didn't see me robbing banks or fucking shooting people or stabbing anybody. I didn't do any of those things.
Oh my God. He's called the progressive talk. Oh, why do I feel that he's going to be inspired from like Carl Kalinske or some bullshit like that?
Billy brings up a point too. And it's the point of like, even if you did commit crime because you were poor, it's not like the large crimes that are being committed by poor people is like stealing bread or food or anything. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, people.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's like robbing people in the street, things like that.
Maybe if we saw that a large amount of these crimes were people like shoplifting food, then I would be like, oh yeah, that makes sense because they're poor, they need to eat. They're starving.
To be honest, Alf, although you do get your fair share of sort of violent street crime in this country, a lot of the things that you do see in this country are people doing exactly that.
Stealing food and stuff.
Yeah.
So you don't see that here. People steal money here. They don't care about stealing food. Even homeless people, you know, they're not begging for food. They're begging for money. I have this crackhead kid that I see all the time in my neighborhood. And every time he sees me, he asks me for money, right? One time he came up to me and he said, he has a daughter, right? So he came up to me and he was like, dude, my daughter's starving. You think you could lend me like a couple bucks to get a Happy Meal because we were right by McDonald's? And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, shit, I don't have any money on me. I just have my debit card. Let's go to McDonald's and I'll buy you the Happy Meal. His story completely changed after that. He was like, oh, actually, you know, I need the money and blah, blah, blah. So that was kind of the point. He didn't want to feed his daughter. He wanted money so he can buy drugs.
I do that exact thing with homeless people. You know, they want some money. It's like, well, I haven't got any money, but I've got my card with me, so I can buy you a sandwich and a drink.
Yeah. Debit cards totally killed it.
And in fairness, sometimes they're a genuine homeless dude, because we've got a lot of fake homeless people around here. And if they're genuine, they'll say, "Oh yeah, thanks, man."
Yeah,
but 9 times out of 10, the dirt though, like you say, they changed the story. They didn't want. They don't want to buy a a sandwich. They want they just want to buy heroin or something. Hashtag not all.
Dude, straight up, dude. If you want to buy money for drugs, I'm more likely to give you money if you're straight up with me and just tell me, dude, I need some money to smoke crack. Instead of this bullshit you're fucking spewing at me.
Yeah, well, you've got more chance saying that than lying.
Yeah, exactly. I'd respect you a lot more and maybe help you out if you actually were honest with me. But fuck that. There was a guy in New York City used to have a sign that said, "Please give me $1. I'm trying to get drunk. At least I'm not lying." And you know what? That guy used to get lots of change. People would constantly give him money.
Yeah, probably.
He's being honest. It's like, all right, you're being honest, and it's kind of funny. So, here you go. I haven't seen him in a long time. I don't think he's alive anymore.
Probably drank himself to death.
Yeah, probably. He was getting a bunch of money handed to him. He probably just went and drank himself to death, like you said. Hey, TJ.
Say again, mate.
Who? What?
Who?
What did you say? For some reason it cut out then. I just heard.
Oh, we're talking about the guy in New York City. I was saying that he probably did drink himself to death because he was getting a bunch of money.
Oh, nice.
Or maybe he got himself somewhere to live and moved on with his life.
Or maybe, he saved up that money and did good with it.
It's not likely, let's be honest.
Likely, No, New York City is rife with homeless guys. They're always there. It's the same people. You don't get out of that. There's legitimate homeless people too. You never know people's circumstances. So there are times where something could have completely destroyed this guy and he just gave up all hope and went homeless. Or some of them are just like they did it to themselves, And there's some, somebody whose life is their wife and kids and their job, and then they get fired, and then after they get fired, their wife leaves them, and then they lose custody of their kids. And I can almost understand how the person life gets destroyed and they can't get back up.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody we all know on the Discord. I'm not going to drop a name for this one, but I mean, he said he was homeless for 6 months, for various reasons, and yeah, it sounds like it's absolutely fucking horrible, and I can totally understand why why some people can't recover from that.
Yeah, my mom and I were homeless for
yeah,
we were sleeping in.
I was homeless for 4 or 5 months.
We worked our way out of that. So.
I've never been homeless,
but it was just a point. Like my parents got divorced.
You don't have to be apologized.
Yeah. Apologize.
My homeless gang.
My parents got divorced, and my mom didn't want to stay there anymore, and had nowhere to go, so we had to sleep in a park. And I wasn't going to let my mom do that by herself, so I went with her.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stories, and I would imagine that the vast majority of people who find themselves in that situation do find their way out of it as well. But
there's a lot of people.
The more visible ones who sort of remain on the streets, who you see more often, I guess.
Those are like the ones that we were saying that take money but not food. Those are the people who just want to continue down that hole, and they're not trying to dig themselves out of the hole. Those who take food, they'll eat, and then maybe if they have any money left over, they might try to do something, and get out of that situation.
I think it's definitely different in the States to over here. There are plenty of opportunities for homeless people to turn their lives around here.
Yeah,
I think there's less where you are.
It's really hard here. If you don't have an address, if you're not dressed properly, it's hard to get a job. You go to an interview, you got to wear like nice shoes.
I think here it's to the extent there's no need for homeless people at all. The reason there's a hostel place for everybody who's homeless, so there's somewhere for everybody to stay. However, these places have rules, and those rules are normally no alcohol, no drugs.
Yeah, and they don't want that.
That could be an issue too. And these are people who've got drug and alcohol dependency issue, and sometimes pets as well. And there are quite a few reasons why people for whatever reason don't take the help that's offered to them.
Yeah. Here there's I
think I just want to add one thing though. I think we also do need to have a different system that we currently have. For example, at the moment, when you end up in a rehab facility like that or a hostel, and because you're going to relapse, that's the thing. These people always relapse.
Yeah.
The problem is we kick them out straight away, and they end up back on the street, and then they end up committing more crime. I think that system needs to kind of change, and we need to like introduce maybe something
yeah,
like
I agree. There needs to be some sort of acknowledgement that human frailty is absolutely a large factor here,
especially when your life is shit.
Quite. You know, it's these are people who are at the very fucking bottom of their lives, of their existence, and sometimes people fuck up when they're in that position. They just do. I mean, I understand why they have these policies, you know, in the places that, you know, that do exist, but I do think it's a bit shit that if you know that approach fails, you know, there's nowhere for the people who are sort of displaced by those sorts of rules to go. But I don't think we're massively far away, certainly in this country, from, you know, having that kind of system, but we're not there yet by any means.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's difficult. Here is the issue with, like, we have homeless shelters and stuff, but the issue is that they don't get along. So it's like you go into a homeless shelter and then you have other homeless guys who are not mentally stable. They fuck with you. Whatever you carry on your person is your like personal possessions, and homeless people really care about anything you can hold on to, you know, and that stuff gets stolen from you while you're sleeping in a homeless shelter and shit like that. So these homeless people tend to stay away from them because they're like, every time I stay there, something of mine gets taken. You know, people have to fight people, and you know,
when you haven't got much, I'm guessing what you have got, you want to keep.
Oh yeah, you see these guys, dude. I've seen these guys in the middle of summer in, like, I guess this unit of measurement isn't going to help with you guys, but it'll be like 98 degrees out, which is super fucking hot. Yeah. And they're wearing full winter coats, like 3 sweaters, a huge duffel bag full of stuff, you know. And
I've seen that in movies. I thought it was just a movie film.
No, you see that here all the time, man. And these people have to wear that stuff. And you think these people don't take showers. It's hard for them to find showers and stuff like that. So they're fucking suffering, sweating their asses off, fucking itchy as fuck, you know, probably getting rashes and infections and shit like that just to keep their stuff, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're making yourself ill, that compounds your problem, especially in the States. I mean, to be honest, that's what a lot of homeless people do here, is wait till they make themselves so ill that the hospital has to take them in.
Mm-hmm.
Because that in this country they will.
There's a thing here where homeless people will commit crimes just so they can go to jail, so they have a place to sleep. You're better off in jail. You get fed, you get showered, you get a nice
and in an English jail, there's plenty of access to heroin as well.
Oh shit! Yeah, I guess you can get drugs too.
I suppose it's the same in American jails.
For us, it may not be a comfortable place to sleep, but to them who are used to sleeping on concrete floors, that's very comfortable. You know?
I was going to say, it's like a fucking hotel, isn't it? That's how a lot of them treat it. Mm-hmm. And you do see exactly the same thing with, you know, homeless people treating prisons or jails like they're hotels, basically.
Yeah, and you can't really blame them for it. You know, it totally makes sense. It's way better than sleeping on the street every day. You know. And the police station or the prison will even keep your property for you and hold on to it until you get out.
Very convenient.
Yeah, you're not even worried about people stealing your shit.
I need to get some more water. I'm back in that class.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. I got about another 20 minutes. We can talk for another 20 minutes before I go walk the dog.
Have you got? Walk your dogs, or are they other people?
Oh no, yeah, other person's dog. Between 3 and 3:30. It's almost 3. So.
That's actually very convenient, because I'll be able to go get myself some snacks and watch some YouTube that I've missed out on today, because that was a long stream Devon did earlier.
Yeah, I watched about an hour and a half of it before I started this, and I was like,
I can't believe how crappy his internet is sometimes, though.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. His internet was terrible, like in and out during that stream. But yeah,
at one point, I think like 2.5 hours in or something like that, I actually DM'd him on Discord. I was like, dude, restart, you know, hang up the call and remake it, because it's getting worse. It was getting really fucking bad, and he did, and it was fine after that.
Mm-hmm. At the beginning too, there was a huge delay.
Yeah, that came and went, that problem.
Yeah, it didn't last very long, but
I think his internet got better as it, like, you know, got after midnight where he was.
Oh yeah, probably because traffic goes down, right?
Probably, yeah.
But it is. I've heard it before, and it's known that Australia has shitty internet.
Yeah, well, I think this is proving it, isn't it?
Yeah, I've heard many people complain about that. Lance, Peach has complained about it too.
Yeah, Bearing's complained about it as well.
Yeah. and Sugar Tits. I think I've heard them both complain about it.
So do we need to like start a petition on change.org to get Devon to leave Australia due to shit internet?
Wouldn't it be better to have a petition to have Australia have a better internet?
Nah, because I'm sure Australia has been doing that for years, and it's something clearly hasn't done.
Jay just wants Devon back in Europe.
I do, man. I do. Oh,
selfish bastard.
Yeah,
how about getting Devon back to the
you
States?
Aussies? Nah,
back to the States where he belongs.
Back to Britain where he belongs with
back
his British
birthplace. Back to New York.
I mean, that's nice for Devon because he's got a choice, really, hasn't he?
Back to his ancestral home.
He's got lots of choices. It's pretty amazing, and I'm kind of envious of him for being able to travel through all these different countries and experience all these different things. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's especially cool that he can support himself by basically doing his hobby.
Yeah, that's fucking fantastic. I would love that.
Yeah, I'd like that too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm halfway there, to be fair, but not quite the full way yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one of these people who gets like huge amount of satisfaction from going to work. I kind of couldn't really give a shit. I like the money.
It'd probably be better if you could do the same job from home, right?
Yeah, I'll just do no job at all and just have the money.
Yeah, that would be nice.
But you know, I think it does benefit me mentally having to get up and go somewhere. To be honest, interact with people, even if I don't like them.
See, Paul's on my side. Come for Devon to go to the USA.
Sounds better on UK internet.
It does. It's true.
But I'm happy with Devon being wherever he's happy.
Yeah, to be fair, whenever he's on UK internet, it sounds better than he did on German internet, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah.
And he's usually just using like Wi-Fi from some place, right?
Yeah, I think at the minute he's using mobile networks, isn't he? God knows how he does it.
Yeah. Well, I guess when he goes to England, he's probably staying at his sister's, and
oh yeah, his sister's
and she has like regular internet you can use it, which is good.
Yeah, but it's London, so it's terrible.
Oh, was it? He was in.
I don't know, but London's quite good. I know Soho's got some problems, but generally London's on fibre for most of it, isn't it?
As long as you're not in the city centre, you're pretty much fine. But Soho and places like Camden are terrible.
Oh, I got something here.
Ooh.
New news about the YouTube shooter.
Oh.
Apparently, YouTube shooter was interviewed by police and was let go before the attack.
Oh, yeah, the founder sleeping in her car like 25 miles away from YouTube headquarters. Because I read this earlier, because she went missing for 2 days, and her parents, I think, reported her missing, and the police found her asleep in her car. But again, I don't think there was any suggestion that she was going to go, crazy with a gun. So they just, what could they do, really?
Let's see. Agdam's father, Ismail Agdam, said his daughter expressed hatred for the video platform company because they were censoring her videos and stopped paying her for her content. The thing is, though, who amongst us haven't expressed some sort of hatred for YouTube? It's one thing to express hatred for YouTube, but it's another thing to fucking go into their offices and shoot people up. She doesn't even know who she was shooting. Those people might not have anything to do with the process of censoring videos. I'm quite sure that they don't. I mean, yeah, exactly. They most likely don't. Did she shoot her boyfriend first? That was the rumor. There was an ex-boyfriend, but I'm not seeing. That's what I heard. But like you said, like I said before, all of this will come out in the wash. We're just going to have to be patient, aren't we? It says. Nassim's YouTube account was flagged and no longer eligible to run advertisements, which is the main way accounts make money. Ismail then called police because Nassim was missing, and she said she might be at YouTube's offices because of her strong dislike towards the company. Mountain View police did find Nassim where she was sleeping in her car near the office. Our officers made contact with the woman after the license plate was of her vehicle matched, blah, blah, missing person. The woman confirmed her identity to us and answered subsequent questions. At the conclusion of our discussion, her family was notified and she had been located. They told her where they found her. They told him about her anger towards them. He claims police told the family she was fine and they would keep an eye on her. Nassim was the only person to be killed in her attack, as it appears she died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. So yeah, it doesn't seem like they had any reason to detain her or anything like that.
No, I mean,
Some
what
missing person
can the
report,
police
they
do
found
in
them.
that situation,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
nothing really they can do.
if you know, if it had been maybe illegal to be carrying the gun, they might have had a reason. But you know,
I don't even think they
gun-
found the gun on her. You find a missing person, you don't really search them. You know, like that's not something you really go into. So.
that's true. Actually, that's completely true. So
Well, you know,
it
you
might not have
can't
made any
really
difference
search
at
anybody
all.
without. Yeah, you can't search anybody without crime or suspicion of a crime. So, I mean, sleeping in your car isn't really a crime. So,
It could be in this country.
it's not like that kind of crime. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know. I mean, in this country, they can search for anything.
Oh yeah, you don't have the same.
No.
We have, yeah, police aren't supposed to search you unless there's a crime or suspicion of a crime.
No, I've had my car searched before.
You can actually refuse to be searched if they ask you. They'll ask you, "Can we search you?" And you can say no. And if they're not suspicious of a crime, they're not allowed to. But
Yeah,
you know, anything
here.
can be a suspicion of a crime. So I mean, they can really pull it off.
To be fair, the only times I've had my car searched, I've been pulled over legitimately for doing something very naughty on the road. So with regards to my speed or something. So whatever. I mean, I never. To be honest, I carried weed quite a lot, and I never once got caught with that.
Yeah.
I'm just always really shit at searching my car.
Yeah, they've asked to search me before, and I've said no, and they're like, all right, they really can't do anything, so they've just.
Oh really? No, I don't really think you've got the option to refuse here. Could you correct me if I'm wrong, Jay? I don't think so. Is he there?
No, I don't think so.
No, I think if they want to search you, then you're gonna let them search you.
It is
I think you can refuse, but if they've got probable cause, it's kind of like you have to let them then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how it is here.
We have got stop and search laws, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Yeah. Good point. Yeah. Okay.
It's like that here, but like I said, even if you refuse, it's really easy to just say you had probable cause. You know, like, oh, they were acting a little weird, so I thought they had drugs on them. You know, they seem suspicious the way they seem nervous.
I honestly wouldn't put, in regards to this YouTube situation, I wouldn't put any blame on the police for.
No, not at all.
It sounds like it's just the police did as much as they can do with with regards to how much they're allowed to do. Really, it's just one of those things.
The parents said they'd keep an eye on her and stuff, so they were like, all right, well, it's their.
And let's be honest, no matter how shitty YouTube is, there's nobody can reasonably predict that someone's going to go and fucking buck wild with a gun and shoot all the entire place up. I mean,
we were shocked yesterday when we were streaming while that was going on, right? We were like, what, somebody attacked YouTube? Like, whoa.
Well, I remember as we were joking about there's somebody who got demonetized or had the video taken down for hate speech, and that was a joke. But nope, turns out no, that was probably what the problem was. Jesus Christ.
She got demonetized.
In a way, it's YouTube's chickens coming home to roost. But I mean, I obviously don't wish this on anybody who works for the company. I mean, it's not a reasonable action.
I'm glad nobody was killed.
It's a miracle nobody was killed. Really,
she was the only one who was killed.
You know what they say about women being bad shots, though, don't you? So
I was reading out the
Will tweets.
Yeah, they were fucking hilarious, man.
Oh really? Well, she managed to hit herself, I suppose.
Ooh,
yeah.
Right, Alfie, I'm gonna have to bail for a bit.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna end this anyway. Thanks for joining me, guys.
No problems.
For this impromptu stream out of
we shall do this again soon.
Yeah, I did want to do the thing where we read articles again, but Amy wasn't around, so maybe she comes around. If not, we could do it tomorrow.
Yeah, she didn't get to bed till 6:30 her time. It was like 2:30 in the afternoon my time. So
yes, that makes sense. So if we don't do it tonight, we'll do it tomorrow for sure. Maybe before my stream with Billy. Like we'll do it early, like I'm doing now, and then I'll do it.
Yeah, that'd be cool by me. So.
You don't work tomorrow, right, Chris?
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow.
All right, yeah, even better. Cool. All right, so again, thanks for everybody for coming on and watching us talk about bullshit. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're still on, right, Billy? I think so. DM me or something and let me know what time you're good. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.